Hello everyone and welcome to 404 Games Not Found, Rebuilding the Skytown. I'm Verlaine and this is the Clay Soldier Civilization project by the Sneaky Bros. We're in stage 2 right now. I've finished a couple of things. This is the first thing I've finished. I'm going to take a quick tour over. You can see now they have stone bridges to match the stone architecture from the castle and the observatory. I did this because I want to try and tie in things like white stained glass and quartz with the old stone style, so both sets of the islands look and feel um, cohesive together, so they don't look out of place. The bridge was pretty simple to make. It's just basic symmetry on both sides. It's got the old cobblestone walls instead of the wooden fences, and that's just again to help out with the theme. And we showed you everything. I haven't actually changed anything with the castle, so the castle's still the same as it was. I'm thinking about doing a little bit of a touch up, but other than that, it's still going to be staying the same. You can see here another bridge. This one's slightly longer and thinner. This connects to the repaired second island. If you remember, this is where all the houses of the Skytown were. They had farms and they had a little chapel. Yep, that's all gone. I've rebuilt the island. This is now a platform ready for what I said was going to be the giant, well I say giant, the quite tall white tower that's going to come up here and be in like a lookout post or an observatory, a secondary observatory, sort of watching the other civilizations. They can see down there onto the yellows and down onto the oranges. They can keep an eye on the volcano, all that jazz. So that's what that's going to be for. I'm also thinking from here, from this other bridge, the big bridge that I've built, we're going to be looking at building more of a cohesive sort of straight town, more than where it was before. If you remember what Skytown looked like before, there were just a few houses dotted around. This time we're going to go and stick them closer together and form almost like a little community, a little village, and it should look nice and organized, because I believe the whites would like a sense of order within themselves where they live, and they like to be sort of higher up and better off than the other civilizations. So that brings me to the last thing, the thing I said I was going to finish. Bosh, look at that. Here we have the Grand Temple. This is you can call it the Acropolis, the Grand Temple, the Parthenon, whatever you want to call it. This is the finished product. If you remember from the first episode, if you've come here from that one, all we had was this front gate. We now have these pillars, which I've stuck with the vines that hang off the side of the thing, just to give it a dash of colour, because if without that, it may seem very simple, but without it, it looks very, very plain from most angles, because it's just a big white building. So we're going to take a little tour inside while the clouds are doing what I said they would. The nice demonstration there. So, if we have a look around, inside, you can see all around. There's exits on every side. This was actually suggested to me by one of you guys, leaving a comment. I originally had planned to build a wall, sort of where these stairs are, and have these pillars in front of it, and just have one entrance. But, after reading the comments, and sort of taking into consideration of my own views of what I thought the whites stood for, since they like to observe things, I felt that they would like to have access and be able to see as much as they can from when they're in places like this. So every side has an exit and an entrance. It's a pathway that goes all the way around the outside, and they can look down on all the civilizations from up here. So you can see down there, there's the elven tree and the elves over there. You've got yellows down there. So yeah, it's all coming together in that sense. I had another question about the deities, the people that the sky people worship, and that would be these three. I don't actually have names for them, but they have gods similar to the Greek gods, so the best equivalent I can give this chap in the middle, this would be their version of Zeus. But if you guys have any suggestions for names for gods they would worship, leave me a comment down below again, and we might be able to see if we can sneak something into the lore. The last thing I wanted to do was add a bit of colour to the inside, because it's still very plain. I mean, the quartz patterns give it a nice texture, and the stairs and the smooth quartz at the top help sort of round out the fact that it doesn't look all one colour. But even so, I added these beacons because I like the beacons. They're a good source of light for a Greek style sky people, so I've done that. And I thought it'd just be nice to build like a little quartz pool of water that they can stand over and just look. It's just there for decoration. It doesn't really do anything, but for now it just looks good, and I think that's kind of an avid decoration that they would go for. So, with that in mind, we're going to take one more sweeping look around the outside so you guys can see the progress we've made. In the next episode, episode 3, I'm going to be starting work on this island here. And I'm going to be starting to build the tower and the villages and the houses. And they're going to be built with quartz and stone, similar to the temple and the pathways go around the outside. What I want you guys to do is let me know if you're liking the look of the Skytown upgrade so far. Does this look like a Greek style or Greek medieval style village? Because that's what I'm going for. We're trying to make it look a bit more modern and up to date with the rest of the clay soldiers. So, as I said, leave me a comment, and we'll see you in the next episode for the village, or the building of the village, and the building of the tower. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Verlaine. I'll see you next time.